And welcome to PTS Project Resolve Phase 2. You can see it's a little glitchy. My character's getting some frame drops just walking here in the base of ops. Ugh, that kind of hurts my eyes. Anyways, let's run over here and we'll get the video started. Now remember, this is all in the test server. Now, what that means is we are testing all of the stuff that will go live in the next update. Now that is, Title Update 20. So Title Update 20 is going to come out in February. Now that will be in just a couple weeks. And what we are testing in this PTS, besides the long list of changes to the weapons and the brand sets, we get to test all of the new items coming with that season. So that's what I'm going to show you in the video right now. But after this video, I will be live streaming this PTS. So as soon as you're done looking at all these cool new items, jump over to my live stream and you can see me test all of these cool new items. But let's go ahead and jump into this because look at the chest. Look at the backpack. Look at that. Look familiar? This is sick. All right, here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 PTS video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you think in the comments section below. But in today's PTS video, I'm going to show you all of the new items coming with the next update. So I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Now, of course, we are going to start off with the weapons, and then we'll get over to the gear sets. Why is it not loading? Dude, this PTS is a lagging. Anyways, we're going to start off with the big elephant in the room, the Vindicator, because a lot of people didn't notice what was said in the patch notes, and I'm going to explain everything to you right now because this is a Descent exclusive exotic. All right? It is the Descent colors. It has the Descent green light effect, and you can see it is a Calvin McManus exotic rifle. So, how to get this is it will be available in the NSA store for Descent. You can only purchase items in that store with the NSA tech that you get from Descent. So that's why I made a video last night saying you better start farming Descent because this weapon will only be available in the NSA store. Now, how do I know that? Well, here's a few reasons why I know that. The first one, in the patch notes, it tells you it will be available for purchase at the NSA store. The next thing is our seasons only give us 2 exotics. So we get these gloves right here, the rugged gauntlets, and we have this new exotic pistol right here, the Mosquito. All right, so those are going to be your 2 seasonal reward track exotics. You get 1 exotic weapon and 1 exotic gear item. So this exotic rifle, rightfully so, will be a Descent exclusive via the NSA station. Now let's get in a little more detail into this. All right. So looking at this weapon, it has the exact Descent color scheme of your agent as soon as you play Descent. We all know that you have that Descent outfit, and that's the Descent green that you have. It has this, what is that? A little zip tie. Not bad. And then, of course, it has this wicked-looking scope. And we'll talk about the scope here in a second because it is important. Now, as far as the little blurb over here from Calvin McManus, now just to give you a little bit more from Calvin McManus, that's the guy that is currently operating with all of the hunters. He was working for the U.S. government, and he is a big player in Descent. All of the Descent comms, everything like that, usually involve this person, Calvin McManus. Now, this quote says, if this works half as well in the field as it did in the simulation, this could be a game changer. And that's funny because it even has a Descent quote. Nice. That is very fitting for this weapon. Now, right now it does have swap speed on here. Remember, you can change all of the bottom attributes of your exotic weapons now, so I will change that for the live stream. And here's the talent, Ortiz Assault Interface. So it says, while you are scoped, the weapon will highlight a random body section of each enemy, and the weapon will deal 75% more weapon damage to that highlighted part. Not bad. So scope in your weapon, look at the highlighted part, shoot the highlighted part, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now, of course, we have the named weapons. Now, I'll go over one named weapon because the other one I just really do not like. So we're going to go over this one because both of them have the exact same talent, and that talent is called Perfectly Behind You. And I'll explain why I'm just going to break down this weapon and the importance of this weapon opposed to the other one. So this one is called Brutus. Now this is a named sniper with Perfectly Behind You. So Perfectly Behind You deals 60% more weapon damage to an enemy that is not targeting you. For example, if you are a sniper and you walk up on a group and you want to snipe them in the head, that first shot is going to immediately do this extra weapon damage because none of those enemies are targeting you. You see what I'm saying here? So it's going to be like a one-shot like dream. Like, people are going to love this, especially snipers, especially people that run marksman rifles in the dark zone. Because that first shot, no one's targeting you. And even more so, if you throw out, say, a decoy and then start sniping these MFers, they're all going to die because they're all targeting your decoy. This is going to be a problem. And it's a good problem, actually. I'm going to try this one out. It's really cool. Now, the little blurb and quote, this is a Wyvern named weapon. Now, remember, Wyvern was the named boss that was attached to Tidal Basin Stronghold. Now, her little blurb on here, it says, you don't hear the bullet that kills you. That's sick. That's pretty brutal. Now, we'll test this one out during that live stream. And the reason why I went over the sniper and not this named weapon, well, here's Whisper. Now, Whisper is a named rifle, but it's an M16A2. Now, just to give you a little bit more clarity, the M16A2 only has 3 attachment slots. So you have an optic, you have a muzzle, and you have a magazine. That's it. Not only that, but it's not your standard rifle either. So you don't get all the attachments, and this is a 3-round burst. So it's not going to be as accurate as those other rifles, or I don't know. This was one of the worst ones to put this talent on, because as soon as you start shooting that enemy, unless you have a pretty decent decoy or someone else is using that Mosquito, they're going to get your aggro as soon as you start shooting them. So you're going to lose this damage pretty much immediately. And it's a rifle, so I'm not sure. Me personally, I would just rather use the marksman rifle Brutus. Because remember, they both have the exact same talent, but I find it more beneficial with a sniper. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll test it out in the live stream. If you want me to test it out, I'll test it out. How about that? And finally, the exotic pistol. This is the Mosquito, and, well, surprise, surprise, this is also a Calvin McManus exotic. Now, this blurb for the weapon, it says, time to come out of hibernation, agent. There's work to do. Pretty cool. Now, looking at this a little bit further, what is this, like stone scaling on the weapon? Looks pretty cool. Not bad. It has swap speed on here, but remember, you can switch the bottom attribute on any of the exotics now, or exotic weapons, sorry. And it comes with this unique talent called Mosquito Song. So hitting an enemy will apply a stack. Stacks will be shared between your players. At 10 stacks, the enemy will forcefully target the last player that applied a stack. for 5 seconds. Forcefully target. Now let me put that in PvP. Let's look at it again. 10 stacks, 5 seconds, 5. Yeah, it's the exact same in PvP and PvE. I am very, very interested to see what this does in PvP. Because what does... So if I'm... Say I'm face tanking a person with a shield or something. I don't know. I'm just making some crap up. So I'm face tanking this person that's like super tanky with a shield, and his buddy also has a mosquito. They're both shooting me, and his buddy gets that last stack. Does that forcefully move my agent to the other guy? You see what I mean? How does that work? And it's for 5 seconds. So do I like lose controls? That sounds so deadly in PvP. That sounds very deadly. And if you're face tanking someone and then it forcefully targets them, does it freeze them so that you can kill them? I'm wondering what this forcefully target effect looks like. So we're going to be testing that as well. In PvE, obviously, it sounds amazing. It makes it so much easier to take down big bosses for the raids, incursion, things like that. It's perfect. But for PvP, I don't know. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. What is forcefully target? I don't know. All right. So those are your weapons, okay? So quick overview, Vindicator, your Descent exotic. Then you have Brutus, Whisper. These are your 2 new named items, or named weapons with perfectly behind you. And then remember, you can get the normal behind you talent and put it in your recalibration library. I'm going to be trying that on a shoddy. Anyways, looking at the gear items. We're going to start with the gear set, and then we will we'll jump over to the brand set. All right. So, first and foremost, let me show you. Look at the backpack. So you see the icon here on the backpack? It should look familiar, because that in Division 1 was the LMB icon for their faction. And then looking at the chest piece, same deal. Has the same icon there on the patch. Now these gloves look sick. The cosmetics of this entire gear set looks really good. All of these, even the knife here with the wood scaling on the handle, not bad, not bad. I really do like the appearance of this gear set. So let's talk about the gear set further. Okay. So it's called Agis, and it is a pretty crazy gear set here. Look at the 2-piece bonus. You get health of 70%, total armor of 15%, and then the 4-piece talent Stoic. So you get 3% damage resistance for every enemy that is targeting you. So if you're PvPing and a full team is targeting you, 4 enemies, so that's 12% damage resistance. Interesting. Okay. Now the bonus is multiplied by 1.x, where x is the number of agents in your group. So if it's just me, I'm assuming that's a 1%, right? And then it's however many people are in my teammate will be that x. The bonus is multiplied. So then, I mean, I guess that could get us up to like 15% damage resistance, maybe? I mean, it's really not a big hike up. We'll see what that does. Now, the bottom talent, these are the talents on the backpack and chest pieces that amplify the gear set. This one, polyethylene plating. And this will increase Stoic damage resistance bonus from 3 to 1. What? Increase from 3 to 1. What does that mean? Maybe that's a typo, because it says increases damage resistance bonus from 3 to 1, but there is no I mean, the bonus is multiplied by 1.x, but there's no 3. I mean, you get 3 per enemy, but how would it increase from 3 to 1? I don't know about this. Let me know, chat. This one's weird. This one's weird. Maybe it's a typo. But I don't want to try the chest or the backpack because that seems like it's lowering my resistance, not increasing it. I don't know. Okay, looking at the chest piece. So we're looking at the chest piece because the bottom talent um, will amplify the gear set even further. Okay, so it says here, deceit will be the bottom talent for that chest piece. Enemies targeting your decoy, it will also count towards your stoic damage resistance bonus. So now you can throw out your decoy and get that damage resistance while that decoy's out. That's not, I mean, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I actually will try that in the dark zone because I like to use the decoy. Now here's the mask. It's not going to show you. Okay, so health, total armor, and then damage resistance. Seems pretty cool. The backpack wording is off for me. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask the devs for a little bit of clarity on that. Now let's switch over to the new brand set and named gear items. And I will also talk about the new exotic pair of gloves. Okay, so let's start with the new exotic pair of gloves. So these are called the Rugged Gauntlets. Now, what? Oh, these are also Calvin McManus. Look at that. And the blurb here says, can't say I invented this, but at least I had a hand in it. Haha, get it? Ah, that's funny. Okay, okay. Now, these gloves come with weapon damage, crit chance, crit hit damage, and then the talent Iron Grip. So this will reduce 50% recoil when hip firing, and it will reduce 50% when blind firing. Now, a lot of people are confused about this, and let me give you a little bit of I'll elaborate on this one. So back in the day, it was either title update 4 or 6. It was one of those title updates. And we had a state of the game where Terry Spire and Keith Evans from Red Storm joined Hamish on State of the Game and was talking about PvP. Now, when they were talking about PvP, they were talking about hip firing and how they're going to have to adjust it. Because when this game first came out, you could just hip fire the Bullet King and kill everybody all the time. I know a lot of people forgot about that, but that's this penalty that they're talking about. That was added in the game a long time ago to take out hip firing. I believe it was, it was year 1. It was between year 1 and year 2 type of deal because Red Storm left after year 2. So all these gloves are doing is taking off that nerf that we had from the hip fire when the game first came out. So I'm telling you right now, put this with the Bullet King, and I am going to make a build and show you. But you heard it here first, folks. Bullet King, hip fire, all day. All right, and then that leads us with the brand sets, all right? So let's talk about the brand sets, and then we'll talk about the gear sets. So brand sets. It is called the Palisade Steelworks. So Palisade Steelworks. Your one-piece bonus will give you 10% armor on kill. Not bad. You could use that with Gunner. You could use that with Hunter's Fury. You could use that with the Death Grips. You could use that with the Mop. You could get a lot of armor on kill putting all those together. Holy moly. And then you could put that with like the Ninja Bike. Oof. All right. Now the 2-piece gives you 60% health. And then the 3-piece gives you 1+ skill tier. Crazy. This is going to be pretty strong, I'm thinking. We'll see. Because then you could do like a healer skill hybrid just to get like, say, like your defender drone to like tier 6. And then you could face tank everyone, get that armor on kill, use that with like, say, I don't know, the Picaros, Ninja Bike, Maybe technician. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could spin that one. But that's the new brand set, Palisade Steelworks. Now, the two new named items. Backpack is called Proxy. So this is the named Palisade Steelworks backpack with perfectly tamper-proof. So enemies that walk within 3 meters of your hive turret, remote pulse, or decoy will be shocked. So now your decoy too. Nice. The arming time is 2 seconds, and this can happen every 8 seconds per skill. Is that per skill? What do you mean per skill? Oh, okay. I see. 8 seconds per skill. Nice. Now the chest piece is combuster. Now combuster gives you perfectly explosive delivery. Now just remember the little blurbs that are in gold are what changes, okay? So for instance, right here, perfectly tamper-proof. In gold, it shows decoy, very bright, and that's because they added the decoy to the tamper-proof. And that's probably for PvP purposes. Now, in this one, perfectly explosive delivery, you can see in gold, it says afterwards, the explosions will occur every 5 seconds. And that's the new part to this. So perfectly explosive delivery, whenever you throw a skill 1.5 seconds after it lands, it will create an explosion dealing damage to enemies within 5 meters. Now, this is going to occur every 5 seconds. This one sounds pretty crazy. All right? It really does. It sounds good. It sounds almost too good to be true. Now, it shows that the damage will scale with your skill tiers, dealing 100% damage of a concussion grenade. Now, just an example, this concussion grenade is 1.4 million damage. So that means this explosion every 5 seconds can deal up to 1.4 million damage. Pretty crazy. Let's see here. I think that is it, though, everyone. So we went over the new weapons, Vindicator, Brutus, Whisper, and Mosquito. We have gone over the new gear set, Agis. We have gone over the new brand set, Palisade Steelworks. I have shown you the new backpack, Proxy, the new chest piece, Combuster, and finally, the new exotic gloves, Rugged Gauntlets. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Shout out where you're from. And remember, I will be live streaming this. So as soon as you're done watching this, just go right back to my channel and you'll be catching me live streaming this. I'll be testing it. We'll go through everything. We'll theory craft and do a whole bunch of stuff together. But all right, if you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. I am Kamikazevondoom. We do Division content every single day, so make sure you ring that notification bell. And finally, let me know what you think in the comments and shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. But all right, Kamikazevondoom here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Peace out.